Alright, good morning guys.
Good morning.
So today's video, we're going to give you guys a glimpse into what a day in the life is like for us.
Yeah, it's something we haven't done before and a lot of people have been asking about it, but the reason we haven't done it is because there is no 100% typical day. And it's why we love this lifestyle, is because there is so many different things depending on where we're at.
What we're doing, if there's hikes, if there's beaches, if there's reef, if there's caves, it really depends on where we're at. So there's no, what Sam just said, there's no typical day.
No, like at the moment it's a little rainy, so if it rains heaps, then we focus more on knocking out schoolwork with Charlie and, you know, editing and bits and pieces like that. And then when the weather's really good, we're busy out doing activities and doing the opposite. So but what we are going to do is just try and show you on average what we try to do, but there is no 100% typical day.
So we've gotten up this morning, we're at a beautiful long beach that you guys can see all around us, and we've come across for a walk, and then what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the boat and we're going to have a coffee, and we call it Meals on Keels.
Exactly, we'll haul the pick and we'll move around. There's a wind change today, so we'll be moving around to a different bay, but in the mornings, typically if we are near a beach, we do just try and throw the tender in and go for a bit of a walk. We find it the best way to start the day is to sort of stretch the legs, get off the boat, and get out in this big bad world of ours and check it out.
Get the day started with a bit of activity, and today's going to be a really good day. We'll show you what it's like.
Yeah.
Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James here.
Always that's it, yeah. So I'll put it next to the tender and the tender.
Oh wow, it's pink!
Woo, she's off! She's zooming today. What's that dress like to run in? Is it okay? Does it get in the way at all? Is it just nice and thin?
I put it in the tender.
That was a really good find.
Yeah.
Charlie has brought many wonderful things into our lives, and one of the things is that she is a very powerful motivator.
A very powerful motivator.
So we try to come across to the beach for a morning walk first thing in the morning, because Charlie needs to get off the boat, run around.
So we notice a difference in her if she doesn't get off the boat. We try and do it every single day, and if she doesn't, you know, she sort of lets us know that the boat is a beautiful place to be, but she'd rather be out running around and doing a lot more activities. So this way, if we do it in the morning, no matter what life brings us throughout the day, we've been for the walk and we've done it. Doesn't mean we can't go off again.
Yeah.
But, you know, especially on days like today where it's a little bit overcast, there's a fair bit of rain.
There's rain about out there. So right now it's beautiful, and so we know we can go for the walk right now. We can go for an explore. She's running around exploring the shoreline right now.
Yeah.
But then this afternoon, we've gone off for the day, and we can still go ashore in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But it all just depends on where the day brings us.
It really does. So yeah, stick around, folks, and see where it brings us.
there's goats here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that I can see.
Mommy.
There's babies. Look at the baby run.
Can you see him, darling? Can you see the babies?
Yeah. There's a mommy baby. Look. There's a mommy.
Yeah.
There's a mommy one.
Look at the baby.
And
He's trying to eat the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he's going. Oh, there's 2.
Oh, look at them. They're running. So cute.
can we go catch them?
One just jumped out of the tree.
Yeah, I know.
What's up there? How many?
Lots.
Where are they?
I'm not sure. There's some people on the beach too.
It is.
There's 3. One mommy, one sister, and one daddy. See, there's 3.
And Jill.
Is he alive?
No, unfortunately, he's gone.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's up in the tide line.
Oh no, don't. Oh no.
Yeah?
He's dead.
Oh, he was beautiful though, eh?
Yeah, that's him.
Wow. That is neat. Yeah.
That is mouth. That's his mouth.
This side, that's his mouth.
Oh, sorry, Mum was wrong.
That's his mouth.
Yeah, that's the top side that you see from the surface.
He can see from me.
So you see this
Yeah.
on top?
Yeah, you see this on top, and then you
Oh,
flip around, these are where all the legs were, in here.
oh.
And then the mouth and the bum in the same place right here. They're in a echinoderm family.
Yeah, and this was long. This has to be long like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just bit this one.
Did you know starfishes will regrow their legs?
No,
Yeah, when they're alive. Yeah.
when they're alive.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like alive.
They have the power of regeneration.
Woohoo!
Hey, I wish I had the power of regeneration. That'd be awesome. Okay.
Ready?
Oh, look out. Oh, look out. Hey.
And I very want to put my mommy dress on, back on again. You to the bottom. Now fall down.
And we have a very important rule on our boat. Land stays on the land. So anything that is found on the beach or played with, what does it do? Land stays on the land.
But the mask?
Except for things like the mask and trash and stuff. But yeah, Charlie found a really nice mask. It's a nice mask.
Yeah, you could try it out.
And now that we're back from the beach, we're gonna haul the tender up onto the davits because in a little while we will we'll move bays. Okay, so we've had our cuppas and I'm just heading forward because we're about to pull up the anchor and head around to the next beach because the winds are changing. So we're just gonna go around that bay and I think it's 2 bays over where we're headed. To pull up the anchor on this boat, we do have a switch next to the helm station for the windlass to control that. but we put the bridle on, and there's 2 of us here anyways, and to point where the chain is going, so we always just do it 2 people, and the button's just there, and that's the windlass. Let's get to it. So why are we leaving this anchorage? What's making it so...
Yeah.
Why are we leaving?
All right, so at this stage the winds are coming from the north, and so we're around on the southern side of the island, and we're going to there's a southeasterly change coming through, so the winds will be coming from the opposite direction. So we're going to move around the island to the other side where it should be nice and calm. I prefer it around the other side. In the summer season, all the big storms come up from the south anyway. So we may be on this side of the island anchored, but then you'll get a storm come from the opposite direction and hit you, and all of a sudden you're on what's called the lee shore, which is where the boat is, and the wind and everything and all the forces are blowing you onto the beach, which isn't the best way to be. Because if things don't go to plan, or you drag, or things don't quite work out for you, then you could end up on the beach. And with all well-built boats, it's very hard for the sea to sink you, but the land will give you a lot of trouble if you run into it. So now we're going to move around to the other side, and the storms won't come from that way. It's a lot safer. It's a lot better for us because we want to do some bushwalks and explore and leave the boat for the day, and I feel a lot more comfortable around there when that happens. So I'm grateful for the southeasterly change.
And doing the couple shuffle.
Doing the couple shuffle. Look out.
So behind me around these rocks is the bay that we were just in. But this morning what we were saying about the rain has just come, just really lightly. I think we're just on the edge of it because right over there you can see the whole storms, and then behind us it's really, really dark over there. So we're like sort of bright and sunny and like light showers that way, and this is definitely heavier rain. But hoping, it looks like it's just gonna go around, and hopefully this just comes this way and we just get really light rains for like 30 minutes, and hopefully it's gone and we get on with our day. If it does rain, if it heavily downpours, right now we're just getting like really light sprinkles, but on a boat, we always watch how much fresh water we have. We hold 600 liters, 300 aside. And right now we were half full. But if we do get heavy rains, one thing we do is we scrub the decks, then we put our rain catchers in, because living on board, you're always thinking about fresh water, how much you have. We'll probably do a load of laundry with all the rain and all the fresh water we have on board. It's just living aboard, just different types of days that we have. So if the rain comes, we'll put the water catchers in. If the rain doesn't come, we're gonna go ashore and check out the beaches. We're heading over to the other side of the island now, and luckily the storms have moved on. We just caught the edge of them. Once we drop the anchor in this new bay, we're going to bring you guys along to tackle a boat job with us. which is cleaning the hulls. This job is definitely not an everyday job or even a weekly one at that, but today's the day that this one is getting done. Boat life is a mixture of exploring, meeting new people, experiencing new places, and keeping up with boat jobs. So come on, let's hop in. All right. And why are we jumping in the water to scrub the hull?
We're gonna be going into a marina shortly, so we're gonna check the anodes, make sure they're all good, because with aluminium boats, electrolysis and things and interaction with other boats can be a problem. So we'll make sure they're really nice. Give her a bit of a clean before she goes and sits in there, because I don't like jumping in the marinas. They're a bit yucky. It's a lot nicer to do it here.
The water's so clear.
Yeah. And then we'll do it again when we leave the marina and double check everything, check the condition. Some marinas are better than others. We've never been into this marina, so we don't know how bad it is. So we'll just make sure our anodes are nice and healthy before we go in there, just to keep her nice and safe.
Yeah, and we've been traveling like the Northern Territory and everything, so that's croc country. So we're back into non-croc territory, so good time to jump in, look at everything. I jumped in with Charlie and we just started drifting off and I was having to kick, so I'm gonna go get my pins. That'll make everything just a wee bit easier. So right now Sam is checking the anodes, so we've got, there's one here, there's one there, there's one up forward. How do you think the white's going?
Good, really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good.
This past year when we got hauled out, we changed the colour of the Antifoul, so we went from black to white, and so far, personally, I think the Antifoul is looking fabulous. Yeah, but there is a strong ripping current through here. A few questions on the white and how we like it. Personally, for us, we really like the white. We did get comments when we were in the yard putting it on, and people thought that it was a primer coat, and it's actually the white Antifoul. But it is doing something that we didn't expect. With the black Antifoul, it was darker, more growth on the outside. This one, it seems like we were getting more growth on the inside. The outside's cleaner, the inside, like where it's more shadowed from the sun, that is where a lot of the growth is, which is a bit opposite. Black was like growth on the outside, not so much growth on the inside. So it's a bit doing something that we just didn't expect. So inside, but it might be darker. The light is coming off really easily. Like watch this. actually just peeling away, which is awesome. And then look at this. So this is the outside. And then look how easily this scrapes away. Thanks for your help. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did.
I've got water in my ear. Oh, that feeling when it just comes out. Yes. So what was the verdict on the Antifoul?
Yeah, so we've just come back from giving a bit of a scrub, and it was really, really good. I'm actually a fan of the white. We found that usually when you have darker colour antifouls, you'll get less growth in between the hulls, and you'll get less growth ground deep, and it'll be around the waterline. It seems like it's opposite with the white. So we've had the white for
Probably
10 months.
10 months?
10 months now, and there's hardly any growth down there at all, which for aluminium antifoul is absolutely
It's
fantastic.
brilliant.
So it's really didn't need much at all. And where the growth was on the bottom and the deeper sections where the water's darker and in between the hulls.
Yeah.
So although I think it shows the dirt a lot more, I think it's working a lot better, and I'm actually a fan of the white antifoul.
And the growth is coming off like that. Like you just give it a swipe on the outside of the hulls, just giving it a swipe and everything's coming off.
Yeah, it's only just a slight scumming over with a few little bits of growth in the deeper bits.
Yeah.
There's no real growth on the hull at the moment, which is fantastic. And another thing that I was doing down there is I was cleaning all the anodes.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't just checking them. I was down there and I scrub all of the barnacles or weed or whatever's on them off them. Now, there's a few different varying thoughts of this. Some people say it doesn't matter, you don't need to. But for me, theoretically, it makes more sense because an anode, it's about the contact with the water. And if you've got something insulating that contact, I feel it's not working as well.
Yeah.
And even if I'm wrong, it makes me feel better to do it. So I'll always go down there and give it a scrub. And then I know how they're doing, how they're fizzing, what's happening. We did spend a little bit of time in the Townsville Marina, and because I go down there that regular, I noticed there was actually a little bit more wastage on the side of the dock that we were connected to where the power and everything was. So they were doing their job there. Just slightly, you can just tell, but it's only because I go down and check them regularly. I checked it before we went in there, and now I've checked it when we've come out.
Yeah.
And I can notice there's a little bit, and I know next time I'll be swapping the anode on this prop.
Yeah. And we've got how many anodes? We've got 1, 2, 3 each side.
3 each side.
Yeah, that includes the prop one.
That includes the prop one. And then what I do when I go into a marina, I do what's called fish anodes. So again, don't know if they work, but it makes me feel better. I put 2 extra anodes around the back, which is close to where the docks, the marina, and all the power is, just to help. Nice big ones, big teardrop ones.
They're like on a wire that you attach to the back of the boat, and then you Sam drops them in the water, and they help protect the boat.
They do. A couple of marinas were quite shallow, and I've had to shorten them up a fair bit because they ended up being in the mud. But yeah, they're getting perfected, and they do show a little bit of wastage. The one on this side in the Townsville Marina showed a little bit of wastage. And I know I've mentioned Townsville Marina a couple of times. I'm not having a crack at it. It's a normal thing, eh? You just really want to be protected. And for me, I'm a bit, because we're an aluminium boat, corrosion can be an issue if we're not careful. So I swap my anodes when they're 50% wastage. Yeah. Again, it's about surface area, and even though there's still plenty of meat on the bones, so to speak, the bones is a lot smaller, then I'm not getting the surface area that I should for the size of the boat, because it's all mathematically calculated with a safety factor in there. And so then I'll just swap them and put new ones on.
And then in the marinas, because we're aluminium, to me it makes sense to me for the more anodes, because like we're alloy, and then we always for some reason get steel boats around us. Love steel boats, But steel is like the next metal up, isn't it right? And then, so we're actually the anode for steel boats.
Yeah.
So that's why we put an extra.
It's a fair way up in the metabolic table, so that's right. So we're one of the weaker ones at the lower end, so that's why we need to be so careful. Some people, especially in freshwater lakes and that, they'll use aluminium as their anode.
We are the anode.
Yeah,
For all the boats
exactly.
around us.
Well, we use zinc because, again, it's lower on the metabolic table. Therefore, with the potential difference in electricity, it's the one that should waste away. And that's where you have them spaced out at certain intervals, because you'll need a certain amount there to cover a certain area. Otherwise, yeah, it's overdone. And that's why we check them. If they start burning a lot more, then we'll put more anodes on. We're already wouldn't want to go any less just to be safe. But at this stage, our main anodes on the hull are coming up to 2 years old.
Yeah.
And they're still great. I mean, we don't spend a lot of time in marinas, so that's usually where you notice the differences. But, yeah.
Yeah, and as far as the Antifoul goes, like, I think for me personally, I'm happy with it. Like,
Real happy. I'm amazed at how well it's doing. In tropical areas, and again, it doesn't mean I'm telling everyone in the world that white Antifoul is the way to go. It's the right
Look-wise.
tool for the right job. Sorry?
Look-wise.
Yeah, especially
Look-wise, it
look-wise.
looks fantastic.
Okay.
Look-wise, it looks fantastic, and I also think, like, for me, rubbing it off the hull and what we've had before on the hull and doing scrubs, I really personally like this one. This one's, I think it's done, for me, easy.
I think it shows the dirt more, personally. But anyway, so we'll beg to differ on that one. But yeah, it definitely is, in tropical waters, working a lot better. But again, it's the right tool for the right job. We're predominantly in fairly clear water and very warm water. And, usually where there's reefs and things like that as well. So maybe if we spend a lot more time in marinas even, because that's a slightly different ecosystem again, white might not be the best choice. But for our application and our experience, we've tried red, blue, black, and now white. White is definitely my favourite.
Yeah, and so what verdict on the hull scrub? Went really well.
Really, really well. And white Antifoul, tropical waters. I highly recommend it, and I reckon you should all check it out.
Yeah. People, when you do put it on, just be advised that people might say, oh, is that your primer?
Maybe. Yeah, I genuinely think it's working a lot better than a lot of the other colours we've used. So.
Yeah. But right now we're going to go take some showers and
Get rid of the bugs out of the hair and yeah, yeehaw. Catch you guys.
go. We've come across for an afternoon walk and we've come to this giant hill, and Charlie and Sam have just raced each other up. Charlie's just slid back down and she wants to race me up. I don't know, can you guys see how steep that is? Hello! How do you get down? Oh my goodness.
Phew! It's a beautiful view. Really nice, eh?
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine
How beautiful is the view?
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Do it again, are you crazy?
When it comes to boats, sand is the enemy. Look at us. We're the enemy right now. Covered in sand. Whoa! Crazy! I did do it. I did. I've done. I did it. Whoa! Try and get me with the bubbles. Blow them.
Do it.
Yeah. Whoa. Missed me. Almost kissed me. Whoa.
Woo!
Hey, hey. Ah!
You're getting him.
You got me.
Daddy, you tried to get me.
Whoa! Did they miss you?
Yeah.
They missed you. That's crazy. Whoa!
They
That
missed
was close. Woo! Whoa! Ah! It touched your arm. I saw it. I got you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whoa! Whoa! Good dodging. Whoa! Got your other leg. Yeah, I had it.
Deja vu.
Hey, deja vu, yes. I carried Charlie through here, how many years ago?
2.5, 3?
3 years ago. Jeez. It's weird, hey? We never like going back to the same spots, but we really wanted to see this one just to check it out again. I don't know, maybe it's in our old age, we like to revisit things, but yeah, it's been really cool having another look.
Dad, you have sand on the back of your head.
I do. I have sand at the back of my everywhere. So yeah, this is how big kids get carried. And a piggyback.
Woo woo. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed spending a day in the life of our sailing family. No 2 days are ever the same out here, and that's what we love the most about this lifestyle. Join us next week as we lift anchor and sail to one of Australia's most exciting channels, the Narrows, a tight inside channel that is so shallow that it actually dries out at low tide and 1.6 meters comes out of the water. It's going to be an adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the like button, subscribe to our channel, and join us every week as we share our journey sailing full-time as a family. A massive shout out to our Patreons. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do this without you or without your support. If you are interested in joining the J Crew and supporting us making videos and content, plus you get some awesome perks like early access to videos and more, consider either becoming a member on YouTube or joining the J Crew on Patreon. Follow the links in the description box below, and tiers start at just $2 a month. Thank you so much again for watching, and we will see you all same time next week. Bye everyone.